Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be covering The Signal. He made his first appearance in Batman, Volume 2, Issue number 21, that was released in August of 2013. His real name is Duke Thomas, and he's also gone by the alias Robin, being a teenage metahuman of Gotham City that stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs 180 pounds, also having brown eyes and black hair. Now, due to both of his parents giving him the genetic trait for metahuman abilities, Duke has a very unique physiology, having a form of photokinesis that has evolved even more, particularly after being touched by the superhuman named Ishmael. We've learned that the naturally occurring traces of nth metal in Duke's blood has given him the ability to manipulate light and shadows. His control over these is very extensive and spans into having ghost vision, which is being able to see where the light in his vicinity has been and will be, as well as having cosmic perception, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, and microscopic vision. He can even bend light and shadows to such a degree that he can make himself invisible. To go on, he also has some other very strange abilities. For instance, after he manipulates light or shadows, he can actually use these to traverse great distances, being able to swiftly and discreetly move himself and others around. He also has a moderate healing factor and can slightly increase the abilities of metahumans around him. If all of this wasn't enough, Duke also is a polymath with genius-level intellect, as well as being a seasoned martial artist who can use his abilities to further enhance his fighting style, who happens to have an indomitable will, which can be a real problem if he's bearing down on you with his fighting eskrima sticks. Oh, and Batman has given him a custom-made armor and motorcycle that can both turn invisible. Now, Duke Thomas was a young man living in Gotham City who had a tumultuous past involving his villainous father, Noman, and his mother, Elaine Thomas. At some point, Elaine fled to Gotham City while pregnant with Duke to escape from Noman and various secret wars between immortals, eventually marrying Doug Thomas. Duke would grow up unaware of his mother's past and would have a relatively uneventful childhood, until Riddler would one day shut off all the power in Gotham City and challenge the city to solve his riddles or face natural selection. This is the first time we would see Duke's intellect, with him training his mind off of these riddles. He would then go on to meet Bruce Wayne for the first time when the Thomas family was rescued by Bruce during a hurricane. Years later, we would see the Joker kidnap Duke and his family, planning to recreate Bruce Wayne's parents' murders in front of him using the Thomas family. Batman would rescue Duke and save his family, but Duke's parents would eventually succumb to the mind-controlling gas that Joker had released. This would result in Duke being placed into the foster system and would become a bit of a delinquent while searching for his parents. He would eventually join and briefly lead the We Are Robin movement, a group of young vigilantes who work to protect Gotham City. But after one of the Robins is implicated in some crimes, the movement would fall apart and Duke would begin working with Batman as a vigilante. During this period of training and growth, Duke would realize that he had powers and that he was the biological son of the villain Noman. He would simultaneously learn that some of his powers come from his mother's immortal bloodline, and that his parents are still alive but are just in a coma. Now going by the moniker The Signal, he would work very hard to bring his parents back and defeat Noman, ultimately succeeding in this mission. Along the way, he would also become romantically involved with another vigilante named Harper Row, and the two of them would strive together to protect Gotham City. Despite the many challenges and dangers he faced as a vigilante, the Signal would be able to overcome them and become a hero in his own right, basically becoming the preeminent daytime protector of the city and its people. And subsequent to many different adventures, he would ultimately end up working alongside his Outsiders teammates under the new leadership of Black Lightning. Now, for his powers and abilities and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give The Signal a rating of 6, which is an expert rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.